Now let's return to living a sacred life.
Okay, thanks for coming back. So now my next question for you is, what do you want to do? Do you want to sing? Do you want to travel? Or do you want to learn 10 languages? Do you want to teach? What is it that you want to do? If I were to ask you how you currently spend your day, the average day, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever, I ask you, on the average day, what is it that you do? And more importantly, are you doing what you want to do? How would you answer me? Would you say, yes, you're doing what you want to do on the average day? If that's the case and you say yes, then I applaud you because you're living a life more on purpose. However, if you say no, that the average day, more often than not, you're living a life where you are not doing what you want to do. You're doing what someone else is telling you to do, or you're doing what you feel you must do. You're doing what you feel you have to do, whatever. If that's how you're living, then I caution you and I encourage you to start right here, right now, and take the necessary steps to start living a life according to your dreams, according to your terms, according to how you start living your life in a way that brings joy to your heart. Start living your life in a way that brings a smile to your face, that brings a light to your eye. That's how we should be living. So take a moment and sit back one day and say, wow, what is it that I'm doing? Why am I doing that? And what would I rather be doing? Because there are far more people that can be numbered living their life the way they want to, living life on their terms. If they can do it, so can each one of us. But we have to acknowledge and begin to move in that direction. So having discussed what you want to be, what you want to do, let's talk about what do you want to have? Do you want to have money? Do you want to have love? Or do you want to have a new car? Or a new home? A new job? What about a new relationship? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you would like to have a new relationship. But remember that energetically, it already is. What you're now to do, because it already exists, what you're now to do is to bring that energy of already isness into physical demonstration. And you do that first by believing that it's so. Start speaking of it as if it was here now. As Yoda would say, worry not what others say. Okay, stop laughing at me. But don't worry about what other people are saying about you. Don't worry what other people are going to think when you're talking about your beautiful red BMW while you're sitting on the bus. It doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you are holding in mind, what you're holding in consciousness, and what you're setting forth as your intention. And if by chance you find that the naysayers around you, if you find their energy to be too overwhelming or too overshadowing and keeping you stuck, then keep your words and your beliefs to yourself. Only talk about this to people that you know are going to believe right along with you, people who are going to support you and encourage you and cheer you forth. Talk about it to them. The other folks, leave them out of it. Start creating a vision board or do affirmations to continue putting out into the universal mind whatever it is that you already know is in you and for you. And next, great challenge, you have to push. You have to persist until something happens. You have to be like the farmer who plants the seed, tends to the seed, making sure that the soil, the water, the light, all the conditions are optimal, taking time to remove the weeds because the weeds could rob the seed of nutrients and kill it and suffocate it. So you take the time to do all of that. And in time, the seed becomes seedling. The seedling becomes sprout. Sprout becomes a fruit-bearing tree. And the farmer knows that once the seed is planted, there's no need or desire to go back every 3 days or whatever and dig it up to check and investigate, is anything happening? The farmer knows that it is. And so knowing that it is, the farmer moves forward accordingly. He persists to nurture, to feed, to care for it until something happens. That's also our task. We plant the intention, hold it in mind, hold it in heart until something happens. Don't stop. Keep going. Now, how do I want to say this? There's a secret to this process. And the secret is, how do I want to phrase this? The way I'm going to put this out there, some people are going to get annoyed by this, and other people are going to feel very satisfied. So if you're annoyed by it, think about why you're annoyed by it. And if you're satisfied, amen, let's move forward. Here we go. Suppose I ask, do you want more money? Most people are going to say yes. So you say you want more money and I give you 10 cents. The person's going to complain. Whoa. I want more than that. Well, you weren't clear about what more meant. You said you wanted more, so I gave you 10 cents. Well, 10 cents is more than what you had, so stop complaining. You weren't clear. You didn't set the intention of what more meant. You have to be clear about the intention of what do you want. Okay, so let's pretend you're clear about it, and I ask, do you want $5 million? And you reply with a resounding yes. However, what if I gave you a stipulation? I won't give you $5 million, I'll give you $10 million. But the stipulation is you can never spend any of the money or any of the interest that's gained from the money. None of it. You can't spend it. Well, I'm sure you'd wonder, well, if I can't spend it, then what's the point of having it? Precisely. It's not the money that you want. It's what the money makes possible for you. It's the essence of what you want. It's not the money. Let's see what we'll call it, financial independence. For lack of a better word, that's what we'll term it right now. You want the freedom that the money would offer you. That's what you want. It's not the dollars and cents. It's that if we look at the essence of whatever it is we claim we want, look at all of it. Everything we say we want to be, everything we say we want to do, everything we say we want to have. If we look at the essence, rather than focusing on what we say we want, surface-wise, dig deeper. See what the essence of the intention is. If we look at what the essence of the intention is, then we'll begin to really understand or gain greater clarity over what it is we're really saying we want. There's a great book out there called You Are the Answer by Michael J. Tamura. And he paints or illustrates a very clear example, which I think will assist you in seeing my point. He says, let's say you want money. Is it the money that's important to you? Or do you only want the money because that's the only way you can see getting what it is you truly want? Perhaps you need a new car to help you get around. So don't you really want the money? But you want the new car. Well, the next step is decide that you have the car. Decide that you already have the car. Don't keep wanting the car because, once again, the wanting of it is going to keep you in a state of wanting it because energetically you don't see or perceive that you already have it. So, moving on. Does it matter, this car-wise, does it matter if you buy it? Or does it matter if it's given to you? Or what if you win it in a sweepstakes? As long as it's a car, the kind, the style, the whatever that you like, does it really matter how you obtain it? You know, many people try to create this way. I need a new car. I must have more money to get it. To have more money, I must earn it by having a better paying job. To get a better paying job, I need to go back to school. To go back to school, I need more money. To get more money, I need a better paying job. To get a better paying job, I need not only to go back to school, but I also need to get a new car. And to get a new car, on and on and on and on it goes. That's how most people tend to create in a very merry-go-round, roundabout, Ferris wheel kind of manner. To get a clear picture of what you want, find out what your real purpose for having, being, or doing is. Once you know what the essence of it is, it's far easier to create. Once you know what the essence of it is, you begin to see those little synchronicities and coincidences that start to attract or demonstrate your intention. So you want to be a teacher. Why? Is it because you want to share information with kids? Well, is there a way that you can do that now? Is there a way that you can share yourself, share your love, share your information now? Not, well, once I become a teacher, I will be able to do X, Y, and Z. Do it now, because in the doing of it now, you're already tapping into the energy. And if you're already tapping into the energy, then you're manifesting and demonstrating it right now. So you say you want a new home. Why? Is it because you want to feel safe? Because you want to feel secure or at peace? Well, is there any way that you can feel that now? I mean, even if you're homeless, for example, is there a way that you can at least imagine the feeling of safety, security, and peace? That's when you're planting the seed, when you're in the feeling of it now, not in some distant, far-off future, not in tomorrow, but in the now. That's the key, and that's the important piece. Find out if there's a way that you can feel it, experience it, see it, hold it, taste it in the now. So we're getting ready for our second break. We will be right back with Living a Sacred Life.